Hello, I'm Jesús Moreno, a 7th grader and a new student here at ASM, a role that overall fills most of my time. And what I enjoy as much as VR, and believe me, that's a good estimator for measuring enjoyment in my case, is music in all shapes and sizes, even the music that forces us to rethink music. I've had a lot of fun exploring the way we think and what we intuitively would like to say. I know how difficult it is to rethink something because essentially, the first step for rethinking, it's thinking. It's revising our old and new ideas. I've been reading about the way that we make decisions. For example, deciding what video to do for a TED Talk, or grading a student. That also involves decision-making. We still use our judgment, our vision of the world full of cognitive bias, cultural bias, and many other biases and variability, both important sources of error. We haven't changed the way that we make decisions because humans are always engaged in the last word of the process. When algorithms come close to the quality in its judgment to humans, we'll see some of those errors avoided, and others that we can't see but are caused, solved. AlphaGo is a learning algorithm, a self-learning code that has already beaten the best human Go player, a complex strategy game. And MapTest, they're also good examples of algorithms used for assessing students. As a student, I'm going to talk about human judgment in the context of grading. There's a lot of effort put into the rubric of each subject, but the last word is always given by a teacher. And there are not only errors in the judgment of the teacher, but also disagreements. Yet the magnitude of those disagreements is not measured. In quantum mechanics, and please don't start rolling your eyes at me, give me a chance, Schrodinger's cat is an overused thought experiment that allows me to show you the paradox of quantum superposition. For those who haven't heard about it, it states that if you place a cat in a box and something that could kill the cat, a radioactive atom, for example, and then you close the box, the cat could either be dead or alive. You don't know. So that until you open the box, the cat would be in two states. It would be either dead or alive. It would be dead and alive. Weird, isn't it? But if I change the cat for a teacher, and believe me, I know who I would put in the box, so feel free to imagine yours, and then change the cat, and then change the radioactive atom for your summative assessment, the teacher was in countless states of emotional predispositions, each of them triggered by the exam the teacher was reading prior to yours, 2 piles of assessments yet to be assessed, a long-time dream trip the teacher was just about to undertake, or a nice chat the teacher had with a colleague a while back. But only for simplification purposes, let's classify this myriad of emotional predispositions into 4 categories: X, Y, Z, and W. Following up on the point where we were about to open the box, the states would be all at the same time, X, Y, Z, and W, undistinguishable. Obviously, the cause of death is the radioactivity in the cat's example, as it is also obvious that the resulting grade comes from the criteria used for grading. Yet the emotional predisposition, or set of them, has influenced the final grade, which is inherent when we open the box. 2 independent measurements of error are bias and noise. If I'm supposed to get an F, say because I didn't answer any question, and I get a D because this teacher is not too rigorous and prefers to send messages of hope, then that is bias, and you can indicate it with one single decision. Noise, on the contrary, is something that you cannot identify in one particular decision, says Daniel Kahneman. If I take the exam, the one I put into the box and got a B, and I give it to the teacher a year later, and instead of a B, I get an A, or I give it to a group of teachers, and most of the outcomes are different, that variability indicates noise. Measuring the amount of disagreement or variability is a good practice already implemented at ASM. Some teachers give us questionnaires to reflect on our aptitude in class. You've all heard of them. Responsibility. Should I give myself a 4? Yeah, I only forgot once to do my homework. But I gave myself the top scores in all the other ones, so I'll just give myself a 3, just in case. And if that same questionnaire is given to your teacher, and the rest of the teachers as well, the school will be able to measure the discrepancy, and the final decision will be taking into account all these independent opinions. And listen to me, I said independent opinions, not all the teachers in a meeting discussing each other's ideas and opinions. Then not only is bias reduced, but also noise. You can read more about this in a book called Noise, A Flaw in Human Judgment, written by Nobel Prize-winning author Daniel Kahneman. He also states that reducing noise is a necessary thing to improve accuracy in judgment. We cannot eliminate noise from judgment. It's part of what makes us humans. Noisy and, well, not perfectly accurate. So, unless you want your lives governed by computers and algorithms, we're just going to have to make our peace with that. And my message is that we all need to rethink the way we, in our everyday life, make decisions. And to try not to forget to take into account all the independent opinions and to measure the disagreement. Thank you.